Hi, I'm Fraser Douglas, the tent camping instructor. In this video, I want to show you the highlights of our trip to the Indian Boundary Campground in the Cherokee National Forest in eastern Tennessee. The Indian Boundary Campground is a remote mountaintop campground that is located about 80 miles northeast of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and about 50 miles south of Knoxville, Tennessee. It has 72 campsites organized into 4 loops that are spread around a roundabout at the campground entrance. This campground attracts a lot of families camping in tents, pop-ups, and small travel trailers, but generally people with large RVs do not come here. Although this campground accepts walk-up campers, it fills to near capacity almost every day of the week and definitely fills to capacity on weekends. When Ava and I planned this trip about a week ahead of time, only 4 campsites were available for the weekdays that we planned to stay here. So we were happy to reserve a site. Like most U.S. Forest Service properties, the camping fees here are very reasonable. Most families would only pay $20 a night, which is a lot cheaper than state parks, but campers with senior passes, like me, pay only $15. The security here is reasonably good. We felt safe our entire visit, and the campground was quiet after 10 p.m. Although there is no entrance control station, there are campground hosts in each of the 4 loops, and the entrance gates are locked closed at 10 p.m. at night and reopened at 6 the next morning. Well, let me show you around our campsite. You'll see our neighbors across the road. Our car is parked there, and there's our kitchen canopy. It was a little crowded trying to squeeze everything into this campsite. You'll see we've got a little campfire going. We're about ready to cook some breakfast here in a few minutes. There's our tent, and here is a picnic table. It's movable, but you'll need about 4 good-sized men to pick it up. The campsite has a lantern post, but we never use them. I'm very thankful that it is located just on the side of the camping area rather than in the middle of the fire ring. Has a cooking grate, but most of the metal there is very rusty and about ready to break, so I didn't know if the grate would hold the pot of water up or not. But we're heating some water for breakfast. That grate theoretically moves up and down this post and can swing out to the side whenever you need to work on the fire. We have electricity here at the campsite, which we use to run our lights at night and to charge our cell phones. As I swing around, you can see that our host for our loop is leaving, and apparently a new host will be arriving in that spot later today. There's our hammock. Here's some very nice animal-proof trash containers. And down the road, just a little ways, is a water supply. I've never seen this particular type of water faucet before, but it works very well. We store our food, firewood, and tools in the back of our car. You'll see it's backed up right to our kitchen canopy. It's a little junky right now, but you can see it's easy for us to access our food, but when we close the lift gate, it's secure from animals. After the fire started burning well, we cooked some bacon, some grits, some scrambled eggs, and then heated some tortillas so we could make egg tacos. Now let me mention a couple of campground amenities. Perhaps the best amenity of this campground is the cool, fresh mountain air. In late June, daytime highs barely reached 80 and nighttime lows dropped down near 50. The common areas of the campground were well trimmed and clean. The campground has 4 small but very clean bathrooms. The men's side has 1 shower, 1 toilet, and 1 urinal, plus a sink. The women's side is the same, except it has 2 toilets. Although this is bear country, we didn't see any bears. In fact, we didn't see any animals. Animal scavengers, deer, or turkey, or anything else. But we did hear a lot of whippoorwills and owls at night. And finally, I should mention that there's no cell phone reception or Wi-Fi available in this mountaintop campground. Well, Ava and I are just kind of sitting around watching the rest of the wood smolder. We've got a pot of hot water sitting there. But we thought we'd let you listen to the sounds of the campground. You'll see there's somebody on a bicycle down there, truck moving. Our new campground host is here. And Ava, what do you think about this campground?
I feel happy to see clear on the streets. Nice. Look, I like it that. No Wi-Fi.
What was that?
No Wi-Fi in this area, so it's natural. We are in the other world. I don't miss. I'm okay.
As I previously mentioned, this is a very remote campground, but you can buy ice and firewood and a few food items at the local camp store. If you can't find it in the camp store, you'll have to drive 15 miles one way down the mountain to the nearest market. Recreational opportunities in national forest campgrounds usually consist of hiking, swimming, boating, and fishing. And this campground has one of the most beautiful mountain lake swimming areas I have ever seen. We enjoyed spending Wednesday afternoon there. And it has a nice pavilion with bathrooms. A fishing pier is located very near the campground. Hikers enjoy walking the 3.5-mile trail that completely circles the lake. And 2 volleyball courts with picnic tables are located nearby. And the campground store rents beanbag toss games. Now let me mention a few of the local attractions. The primary attraction in this area is the Cherokee Skyway, a national scenic byway that crosses over the Appalachian Mountains through the Cherokee National Forest and connects Tellico Plains, Tennessee with Robbinsville, North Carolina. The road runs about 40 miles and is a popular attraction for motorcyclists. This is one of the many scenic overlooks along the Skyway. The beautiful Bald River Falls is located just a few miles away from the parkway. Other popular attractions in the area include Sequoia Birthplace Museum, Fort Loudoun State Historic Park with reenactments, the Lost Sea Underground Lake, the Mayfield Dairy, and Sweetwater Valley Farms. Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are about 2 hours to the north. Overall, I would say If you like remote mountaintop campgrounds that attract a lot of tents and small RVs, you can't find a much better campground than the Indian Boundary Campground. I just wish it was a little closer to our home and a little closer to Gatlinburg. For more information about tent camping destinations, equipment, and procedures, please read my book, Basic Tent Camping. Visit my website, www.basictentcamping.com, and visit my Facebook page, Modern Tent Camping. Remember, take more trips, travel further, visit more attractions, and save money. Go tent camping.